Hi everyone, there was so much happening on the channel yesterday. We had not one but two videos going out. We had a live reaction to the Champions League draw against FC Midtjylland. We also had a fans press conference with Stephen Welsh. Check out those two videos and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. But with all of that stuff going on, I didn't have the opportunity to do a video on something that I think is quite an important development. Something that raised its head on Tuesday afternoon / Tuesday evening. It was the club launching this My Celtic Match Day, which they say is a service supporters must register, sign up for if they are to attend Celtic matches in a limited capacity next season. Now, the club say that fans can register individually or in groups of up to 6 people, adhering to current social distancing protocols, and all members of each group must have renewed their season ticket for the forthcoming season. Tickets for reduced capacity matches will be allocated in a ballot which fans must opt into via My Celtic Match Day. Now, the deadline for opting in to this service is July the 1st. At 2 PM, but as I just said, to be part of this service and obviously to go to games, absolutely stating the obvious here, you have to have a season ticket as well. The deadline to renew your season ticket is 5 PM on the 25th of June. That is a week on Friday, and in this statement the club put out on Tuesday afternoon, they also said that there will be no extension to this deadline. Now, they have said that in the past, and then they've extended when the numbers haven't been where they wanted to get them to. But I kind of feel with things being at such an advanced stage in terms of next season almost being upon us, well, I say that, it's still a few weeks away, but you know what I'm getting at. I kind of think the club may be sticking to their word on this one, and if you want a Celtic season ticket next year, you're going to have to renew before next Friday at 5 PM. Goes without saying, there was a lot of frustration on Celtic Twitter when the club posted this stuff. Basically, the club could post anything at the moment and they would get some sort of negative reaction. It's just the way things are. We are massively pissed off with the club. We're turned off with what we've seen both on and off the pitch over the last year, if not longer. You're going to get this anyway, but a lot of fans did seem to be very frustrated that they're having to do yet another thing, opting in to go to matches next season, when they would consider that just buying a season ticket is pretty much a surefire sign that you want to be at football matches. To be honest, I don't see the huge issue here. I don't think it's particularly hard to do. I think it's a few clicks online. It's not as if you need to send anything away. It's not as if you have to pay anything to opt into this My Celtic Match Day. Celtic do say that they are planning to have supporters back at Celtic Park. That's fine, but what kind of numbers are we talking? Most of Scotland is currently in level 2. I think I'm right in saying that. The current guidelines for level 2 say that you can have up to 500 fans at an outdoor sporting event. So 500 is the number in level 2. If we go down to level 1, that number goes all the way up to 1,000. And if we go to level 0, then yes, you guessed it, it goes to 2,000. So even at level 0, which we are a long way from at the moment, you're looking at only 2,000 fans being allowed inside Celtic Park. It's not great numbers at all. St Mirren posted a kind of Q&A thing in their website last night, and they actually say they're planning for just 500 fans at their first game of next season. Now, while 500 fans isn't a lot for any team, it seems more for St Mirren than Celtic. I don't know exactly how many season ticket holders St Mirren have, but I would assume that that's maybe a 5th or a 6th of their overall number. Obviously, when you're talking Celtic, it'd be like a 90th, a 100th of our entire season ticket numbers. From an atmosphere point of view, 500, 1,000, 2,000 Celtic fans would make a huge difference in comparison to what we got last season, which was a big fat 0. But when you're actually looking at it in terms of the numbers of season tickets, it's going to be a tough sell for the club, I think, if these numbers are going to stay that low for a good chunk of next season. You've got to remember, we are currently in the summer months. The start of the season will be at the end of the summer, and it's only going to kind of get colder as the season goes on. And when you see how the virus seems to spread more in the winter with more people being inside, and obviously general colds and stuff being more of a thing in the winter, then you would be worried about seeing a bit of a repeat of what we had last season. I would love to see the Scottish Government, rather than doing this maximum 1,000 or 2,000, taking a leaf out of what's going on down south, where they actually do a percentage of the stadium. So for example, I think the rule down there was you could fill 25% of your stadium or 10,000 people, whatever was less. So obviously in Celtic's case, that would mean that we'd have 10,000 people at Celtic Park. Again, it's not ideal, but I just think there needs to be a bit more leniency given to Scottish football fans, especially when you consider what's going on with the national team at the moment at Hampden. Yes, there were only, I think, 9,500 at Hampden for the game against the Czech Republic, even though it was publicised as 12,000. But that is a lot more than we are clearly expecting for the start of next season. Celtic will be hoping that the results for the Hampden matches, I think there's 4 in total, as well as the fan zone, which is running, I think, every day of the Euros, 6,000 people per day, something like that, 3,000 per session. Celtic will be hoping that those results are, well, I was going to say positive. Obviously we're hoping for negative results, but you catch my drift. Celtic want this to be good news. I just think it's generally a good thing that Celtic have provided this update to supporters, that they are wanting supporters to buy into the fact that they can come back to games soon, and they're wanting supporters to sign up for this My Celtic match day. I know it caused a lot of ire amongst the Celtic support because it's just more things we have to do, and it's just another thing to get angry about with the club. But I do think that it's very promising that the club are making plans to have supporters back. I just really hope that we're looking at some sort of decent numbers. Now, I know beggars can't be choosers, and I know we had 0 fans at any game at Celtic Park last season, and I know that 500 would even be an improvement on that. But when you see Euros games going on, some countries like Scotland and England have 25% capacity, some at 33, 50, Hungary, the maniacs over there at 100%. I'm not saying get Celtic Park full for the home game against Midtjylland, but would it not be great if we could get 8, 9, 10,000 inside Celtic Park for that one? I really don't see why not when it's happened down south. The likes of Liverpool and Leicester, their final games of last season, had fans in. In fact, I think every team got a home game at the end of the English season with 25% or 10,000, whichever was less. There's no reason for me why Celtic can't do similar. Football fans in this country are continually looked down upon and are continually given, I think, pretty rough treatment. When you consider what football brings to the economy, then you just hope that we are at least involved in the conversation, and hopefully it's Dominic Mackay's first big victory. Imagine we could get a good crowd in for the Midtjylland game. Ange Postecoglou's first game at Celtic Park, 10,000. It's not 20, 30,000 we're asking for, 10,000, even 5. I'll go for 5. It's turned into a bit of an auction this, so I will round off the video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you're a first time viewer. If you're a long time viewer, we love you all. Take care and hail hail.